the button
I'm
also.
pressing the other button too this time.
Awesome.
Yep. That's up. That's up. Okay, you speak.
I speak, I talk, I speak.
Okay,
I speak, I
we're
talk,
good.
I talk, I speak.
Yeah, how you doing? What's up, brother?
Awesome. It's been good. I've had a very short week this week.
Yeah, you took a Thursday,
'cause
Friday off this week, right?
Actually, we had Thursday off because of Jesus. Corpus Christi, I think it was. And then I took Friday. I was like, I'm not allowed to have Thursday off and then go to work Friday. And one of my colleagues ever so graciously volunteered herself that she was gonna come on Friday, and I wouldn't have to be there.
No, that
she only works like 2 days a week usually, so she was like, yeah, I can be there on Friday. I was like, oh, thank you so much. I owe my life. So, and we went to the movies. Me and my roommate and best friend Skull. We went to the movies on Thursday. We went and saw the last episode of the Amazing Digital Circus. It was a really nice experience. It was a good time.
Very, very
so
fun.
I've had a pretty cool week.
I'm also knocking.
Yeah, I accepted your knock.
Yes. Now
Wonderful,
we are streaming together.
Yeah. Amazing.
All right, there's shared chat just in case. Getting some weird audio stuttering. I think I gotta fix though. Hopefully, we'll see. Regardless, I don't care.
Yeah,
but no, that's good. Yeah, busy weeks are good. I'll take a busy week over a dead week. You know what I mean? I hate not having anything going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I watched a bunch of Hulk Island from One Piece today and last night. I was drawing.
We're actually in the same arc. We're in the same arc right now.
I love Whole Cake. I loved it in the manga. I love it now. I'm a Big Mom is my favorite Yonko. I love Big Mom so much.
I like Whole Cake for Sanji. I'm more of the whole Sanji story, which is funny because Sanji is nowhere near my favorite character, but I think his story hits me the most emotionally. It has the most like deep ties to things that I relate to and feel to. Unfortunately, I think Sanji's the character I'm the most like in One Piece. Take that as what you will. But I do feel that deeply, and everything that happens in Whole Cake. I've never cried harder at a piece of media than the thing between Sanji and Luffy and Whole Cake Island.
You know that I was watching one of the episodes. I started at like before they did spoilers for One Piece. I started watching before they had the meeting with Beji, which I'm watching the dub at the minute because I was drawing at the same time. I can't watch the sub and the draw at the same time. I don't know if you've heard his dub voice. He sounds like a New York gangster, which I think is what they were going for.
Yeah, because it's
great.
His name is literally Capone, as in Al Capone, the New York gangster.
I know that, right? But like, it's really funny to hear him talk because there's a bit in the Tea Party where he's like, right, the worst thing is, and I'm just like, or he's something like, because I saw it with my own two viewers. That's a great fucking time. Not what I was going for. Oh my god, so there's this bit with Sanji where Sanji and Luffy reunite, and Luffy's kind of standing in front of Sanji, the clouds part behind, the sun comes out, and we're like, oh my fucking god.
It's just one of those moments. It's just like the one back on Sabodi, which is like, it's right there the whole time, dude. It's awesome. I love the way Oda does stuff, dude.
That was really good. It's really good. I love Whole Cake Island. I'm a big fan of Big Mom. I'm a big fan of the Big Mom Pirates. I heard Katakuri's voice in English for the first time. I was like, that's not fucking Matt Mercer, is it? I googled it. It's like, no, it's Jonas Scott, who voices my two favorite guys in Date Everything. And then I would talk to Skull about it, and then we found out that Matt Mercer voices Law. Which,
yeah, Matt Mercer absolutely voices Law. That is. Speaking of Matt Mercer, I've been watching.
Well, I haven't heard it in a while. So
speaking of Matt Mercer, I've been watching the new Vox Machina season, and that has been fire, despite my opinions on Critical Role, like as an organization. It's definitely I have some very stern opinions on what people in media are trying to define as camp, and is landing as cringe. because I love camp. I love a little wink. I love a little nod. I love being in the know, doing something that's very known. But when a character shows up in one of like the most tense moments of the show thus far, and his name is Necro Ninja, and he Naruto runs around, that takes me out a little bit. That was like beyond Ajax Night Stalker levels of what's going on here.
What are we doing? Yeah,
because I love a little bit of camp. I love a little bit of what I think the majority of people would call cringe, but I'm a firm believer this was like put in by people who thought it was going to be campy, and there you just can't. It just feels so bad, dude. It feels like this thing that I love is just because the first 2 seasons are so mwah, and they do these little winks and nods, putting like Matt Mercer in it as a character, and he's just using his own voice, like that kind of shit. That's just fun. That's just I'm a sucker for it. But it's I have hopes that much like the podcasts, the Mighty Nine, they seem to be putting a lot more time and care into than the first season. So we'll see, but I'm still enjoying it. You know me. I love complaining about the things I'm enjoying watching. Speaking of, go ahead.
And I think the other day as well, when we came back from the movies, and sat in VC with someone else who had also seen the same, like the last episode of the Amazing Digital Circus that night, and we were talking about what we liked, what we didn't like, and Skull was like, yeah, at the end of the day, Skull also said, at the end of the day, I did like it, and I'm nitpicking it because I like it.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. Speaking of things, watching and people wanting to desperately complain about, I've got my good friend Frank here, just chilling on my desk. I don't know if you caught the...
I've not seen the trailer. I did see the discussion you guys had about it in gaming. I was like, God of War is not something I really care about, so I was like,
I was holding my tongue so much when Skull, our dear friend Skull, said the sentence, I like games that take themselves seriously, when their favorite game of all times is Kingdom Hearts. And there was just something about that's like, I can't say that to you. That's mean. That's a mean thing for me to say here. And I took every fiber of my body not to be like, you sure? Are you positive? Because I digress. I just thought that was a funny moment. But
I think Kingdom Hearts, from what I've watched with Kingdom Hearts, like, it's very ridiculous, but I think it takes itself kind of seriously despite the ridiculousness that's in it. Like, everything in there is like with such gravity is like, so that's, I mean, you know, they don't play like they're the inherent ridiculousness of it. I don't think they play it as a joke that much, but I'm also not that into Kingdom Hearts that I could say that that's true.
I think Kingdom Hearts is known for its comedy and not taking itself seriously, while also having the narrative be taken like in and of itself. It is both simultaneously, right? Because it's a fun video game. I don't know what happened to Whimsy. I don't know what happened to people playing fucking video games, but I saw that. I had the same initial reaction, but the more I thought about it, I'm pro Cube. I'm pro Cube. I started anti Cube. I am pro Cube now. I love the Cube.
Okay.
Cause here's the thing: everyone's acting like it's coming out of nowhere. There's a bunch of fucking cubes in that fucking intro. There's cubes all over the fucking place for no reason. And we've never seen anything like that in God of War. Just weird techno cubes. I don't know if you've seen any Crimson Desert. Crimson Desert's doing this weird like cube aesthetic now. There's this weird Zelda. The new Zeldas all have this weird kind of techie cube aesthetic going on. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's like this thing with fantasy media that they're doing now with like tech and cubes, and I just think there is a people love to grossly overreact immediately to their first thoughts. And I think that's fair. I think that's human. But the more I thought about it genuinely, especially with like people, our other friend Violet talking about, the reason why I liked it was because it wasn't just a cube that's there. I thought it was Frank, Frank. I thought he's like, hi, I'm Frank. Nice to meet ya. There's like, it's like a weird PHRANQUE.
Yeah,
So it's like a
of
weird
course.
fantasy. There's like a weird thing with it. And then also, I'm a sucker. I'm usually not, which is weird for me on this. I loved The Boys. I loved Jack Quaid in The Boys. And Jack Quaid being like the calming, talking down presence for an angry person yet again. He's literally, he's QB. He's QE. Well, he's Huey again, but now he's a cube, and I love it. I'm all about that. And then also Deborah Ann Wolf, I've had a crush on for years. I love that woman. That's probably our biggest D&D representation in large platform media right now is Deborah Ann Wolf.
Okay.
Yeah, she's huge. She's a big D&D nerd.
Yeah.
But I have faith. I love God of War. I'm an old God of War head.
Yeah,
I'm a boomer God of War head.
I didn't see the full trailer. You know, I saw some like when I posted the state of play. I saw some of my of the gaming TikTokers that I have on my, or gaming news TikTokers I have on my page, talk about it, like recap it, talk a few clips and stuff from the trailer. It looked really cool. I like is it Tibetan mythology? Norse Tibetan?
Yeah, it's Tibetan and Mongolian, I believe. It's both.
Looked very cool.
And then the other one was Egyptian. It was Sekhmet and something else. Sekhmet was the Egyptian one with the six-legged lion.
That's really cool. I might play that actually.
Dude,
I've not played a God of War title before, but I might play this one.
It would be a good one. I'm planning to go back. Right now I'm watching Valkyrie. She actually just went through playing all of them. So I'm going back and watching her play the old ones. And then I think I'm actually going to get the 2018 ones, because I was a 2018 hater. When I first saw God of War 2018, I wasn't a big fan because I was like, this is too far of a departure of what I thought God of War is supposed to be, right? God of War ended for me with God of War 3. That was the ending of God of War. I didn't have any issue with the changes or anything. I can understand it, but it's kind of like with Assassin's Creed. I did the same thing. Assassin's Creed ended with me with Assassin's Creed. I believe it was Revelations was where Desmond's story ended. It might have been 3, the Native American one. Wherever Desmond's story ended with Assassin's Creed, it was the one right before Black Flag. So I believe that was 3. That's where I have not played an Assassin's Creed after that. That was my Assassin's Creed game. Everything after that, it should have been a different game. It's awesome. They're great games. That's not Assassin's Creed to me. It shares the engine. You know what I mean? That's how I felt about God of War. But as I've seen this new trailer and I've seen a lot of the discourse, I went back and I read and listened to and did some investigating on the 2018 and the new God of Wars. And so when I was a kid, God of War 3 was my first rated M game. That's my relationship with God of War. I started on God of War 3. So then after that, I was like, oh, this game fucking rocks. I was an edgy teenage boy at the time before I understood and came out and blah, blah, blah. Happy Pride, by the way. It's Pride Month. It's Pride, bitch.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. But
the mug.
Do you have I'm sorry, during Pride Month? You're going to laugh at me during Pride Month, really?
No. It's just that on the green screen, like the mug is green screened out except for gender fluid. That's so fucking funny.
You got to make sure you know. Gotta make sure you know what I'm drinking. You got to make sure you know what I'm about.
Naturally.
But so I loved all these old God of Wars, and it was this whole story of like aggression and letting go and becoming something and surmounting something and growing beyond it. And then it was just weird for me and jarring for me. Weird, we've talked about a lot here. When people do big time skips that I don't agree with, I kind of just check out a little bit. I'm like, all right, sure, whatever, buddy.
I getcha.
And I guess I thought they didn't land, and the more I've seen about it, it's like it looks like they kind of landed it. So it definitely seems like you don't have to play the 2018s, but apparently the 2018s do tie in pretty deeply.
Yeah, I mean it's Kratos' wife, Faye. Right?
As far as the whole 1-to-1 thing, is that the games technically start at the same moment. So God of War 2018 starts with Kratos burning his wife. That's how that game starts, as you go and you put her on a funeral pyre and send her away, and you watch her ashes fly away. At the beginning of this trailer, you watch the exact same thing, but you follow the ashes. But then she goes through a big portal of cubes. There's a bunch of cubes everywhere, and she goes through a portal of cubes. There's a bunch of cubes everywhere. And then everyone's like, this cube came out of nowhere. Guys, there was cubes like 5 minutes ago. That's all I'm saying. I feel like the cubes aren't getting enough credit. My boy Frank did nothing wrong. Free my boy Frank, okay?
Yeah. Free your boy Frank. Yeah.
But other than that, we missed our pod yesterday because I had a big work party. It was my work's 50th anniversary. And it was a really cool thing because they threw it in a bar that the building used to be in. So
fun. That's cool.
Yeah, they sold the building and turned it into a bar. So I was going around talking to all my bosses, making them tell me stories. It was a lot of fun, but it was like a warehouse that they turned into a bar. It was really cool.
That's pretty cool.
It was fun. It was free drinks, and I got very drunk. It was a good time.
Of course.
But I also fell super far behind, so I only finished actually reading this morning. When I was doing all my grocery shopping.
Yesterday. I was drawing before I was watching One Piece to draw. Obviously I listened at work, and then the rest I just listened at home while I was drawing and sketching. Yeah, I finished Friday. I was like, whew. Just in the nick of, not just in the nick of time, but yeah.
Dude.
But before that, we have bits to do.
Bits, yes. Do you have a bit?
I do have a bit. I do. I will send you a picture in the archive because I'm doing fan art of the week, where I find a cool fan art that I like, or a fan art that I liked. I show everyone. This one, I need to pull up the crap from as well, because our artist is for that. Where is here? Here it is again. Big. This is written by their username is Spike the EYEZPIKE on Tumblr, and this is just a very cool event that I thought we could have. The composition of like the red, the mist smoke, and the glass knives. It just looks very cool. The mist and just the red sun, it's just very cool.
Oh, you're headless on this frame, unfortunately. Nice. But no, that is fucking sick. That is very cool art.
It's a very fun art. Yeah, I does. I think years ago was yeah.
She got the dogs out though. That's a little crazy. That feels dangerous. That just feels dangerous. You're fighting Kolos and shit barefoot. You're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
No, that is very cool. Unfortunately, the recap this week was a little bit of a nothing burger. It was pre-recorded before he went out, and it was a bunch of announcements and information for a bunch of live events that are going to be going on over in Utah. So if you want information on Dragonsteel Nexus, which is like their big Dragonsteel con event, or the new version of the World Hopper Ball that they're trying, because I guess a bunch of people complained about how kind of weird and kitschy it was. So they're trying to do like a different event where it's like one big event, but a little bit cheaper. So it's not so expensive, and they're not trying so hard on like specific moments and things. They're like, we don't know what's good yet. We're going to try. You know what I mean? I think they need to reach out to like, what's that weird Uh, Sleep No More. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
This is something that's right up your alley. So it's interactive theater in New York City, where basically what happens is you are taken to a hotel and everyone's brought in, and the whole thing, it's like a masquerade. So you put on masquerade masks, and basically there's a play going on throughout all of the floors of this place. And you start in this one room and a scene plays out in front of you and you're interacting and people are like coming out and they're touching you, and it's like sexy and it's supposed to be like very avant-garde. And basically after that like first moment, you can go anywhere and there's like 10-12 different storylines playing out, and you just go and wander anywhere and experience all these different things. And the kind of design of it is that your experience is yours, but you can go back and experience it multiple times. There's a lot of stuff like that.
That's so cool.
Right? Yeah. I'm honestly surprised you hadn't heard about it. This seems like your kind of shit. Absolutely. Yes. Sleep No More.
It's also a thing in New York, so it's like hear about it. I want to for me.
This is true. This is true. Why is my audio doing this? You are cutting out so bad for me now. This is like a problem. No, it's my, I'm pretty sure it's my computer. But I don't know why. Oh well, that's okay. We'll just have to deal.
Sad.
I think if I just close those, let's see if that helps. I won't have any fucking windows open at all. We'll see what that does. Hopefully, hope that's enough. You talk for me.
I talk. Welcome to the archive.
Dude, no. What is happening?
We do the podcast.
I don't know if the popping is happening over stream is the other issue though. So let's see if I can listen in on one and tell. It most likely is. You'd go ahead and talk for me.
I'm talking right now. I'm speaking to you right now. This very I'm speaking to you. Only you, not to you. About you would be if I was talking about you, but I'm not talking about you. I'm talking to you. Words directed at you. There are not information about you.
I actually can't tell, unfortunately. On the Twitch stream, it's too quiet. I don't know. I hope that's just me, because it's sending an okay level.
Yeah.
Because if it's just me, that's fine. Yeah. All right, go again. If it's just me, that's fine.
Go ahead, talk, speak, talk.
Speak. That's fine.
Speak.
No, dude, I don't know what's happening. I think I need to restart my PC.
Speak. Oh, Forge.
No, yeah, I have no idea what's happening right now. Genuinely.
Okay, I will send it to my break.
Thank you. I apologize.
Break. That's okay.